Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Before going to the video, those who are not subscribed our channel, subscribe it and also click the bell button. In this video, we are going to see about reflections and voltage standing wave ratio in transmission lines. First, what is reflection? When a wave travels through a transmission line and finds an impedance mismatch between the line and load, part or all of it is reflected back in the opposite direction, that is towards the source. This is called reflection in transmission lines. Now let us consider a source, that is for example generator, delivering power to a load through a transmission line or feeder. If the impedance of the line does not match with the impedance of the load, then reflection takes place and some part of the power is reflected back in the opposite direction. The power flowing from source to the load is called forward power, and the power that is reflected back in the opposite direction due to impedance mismatch is called reflected power. The figure shows a source delivering power to the load through a transmission line or feeder. The power which is flowing from the source to the load, that is the incident power, is called forward power, and the power that is reflected back due to the impedance mismatch between the transmission line and load is called reflected power. The reflected power is always less than the forward power because the load, which is a passive device, cannot reflect more power than what it receives. The amount of reflected power can be calculated by using the formula reflected power is equal to gamma square into forward power. Gamma is the reflection coefficient. Now let us see what is reflection coefficient. Reflection coefficient is the ratio of the reflected signal voltage to the incident signal voltage. Incident signal is nothing but the forward signal, and it is given by the formula gamma is equal to BR by BA or IR by IA, and it is also equal to magnitude of ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. Here ZL is the load impedance and Z0 is the characteristic impedance of the transmission line, and gamma is also equal to voltage standing wave ratio minus 1 divided by voltage standing wave ratio plus 1. This reflection coefficient describes the magnitude of the reflected wave in terms of voltage or current. Its value is always less than 1, that is between 0 and 1. 0 means no reflection. If its value is 1 means total reflection. If the value of reflection coefficient is 0, it implies that the characteristic impedance of the transmission line is perfectly matched with the load impedance. If the value of reflection coefficient is 1, then there is a perfect mismatch between the impedance of load and transmission line. Next, return loss. Suppose if we send some amount of power from source to load, then the amount of power that is absorbed by the load is called return loss. It is the difference between the forward power and the reflected power. Return loss is always expressed in decibels, and its formula is equal to minus 10 log PF by PR. Here PF is the forward power, PR is the reflected power, which is also equal to minus 20 log gamma. Gamma is the reflection coefficient. Next, standing wave. When both the forward and reflected waves travel simultaneously in opposite direction on a transmission line, then the resulting wave will be the superposition of the two waves, and it is called standing wave. This standing wave phenomenon can be kept under control by using tools like impedance meters, impedance bridges, network analyzers, standing wave ratio meters, reflectometers, and so on. Standing wave ratio is the ratio between the maximum and minimum amplitude of voltage or current of the standing wave. Next, voltage standing wave ratio. It is a measure of how efficiently radio frequency power is transmitted from a source to a load through the transmission line or feeder. This gives us a measurement of the level of standing waves, that is, the power that is not accepted by the load and reflected back in the opposite direction along the transmission line or a feeder. The standing wave ratio or voltage standing wave ratio is a measure of the mismatch between the transmission line and the load. Voltage standing wave ratio is defined as the ratio of maximum to minimum voltage on a transmission line, lossless line. Voltage standing wave ratio is given by Vmax by Vmin. Vmax is the maximum voltage, Vmin is the minimum voltage, which is also equal to 1 plus gamma by 1 minus gamma. Gamma is the reflection coefficient. By substituting the value of gamma as ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0, we have the voltage standing wave ratio as ZL by Z0. ZL is the load impedance, Z0 is the characteristic impedance of the transmission line. This voltage standing wave ratio is also equal to 1 plus square root of PR by PF divided by 1 minus square root of PR by PF. PR is the reflected power and PF is the forward power. The standing wave ratio is a real number and its value ranges from 1 to infinity. If the load is perfectly matched with the transmission line, then the standing wave ratio is equal to unity. If there is a perfect mismatch between the load and the transmission line, then the standing wave ratio is equal to infinity. That is, for open circuited transmission line or short circuited transmission line or a transmission line terminated by a purely reactive load, we have the standing wave ratio value is infinity. If the value of standing wave ratio is high, then the mismatch between the load and the transmission line is also high. The RMS value of voltage of the standing wave can be calculated from the standing wave ratio as ERMS is equal to square root of PF into Z0 into standing wave ratio. Here PF is the forward power, Z0 is the characteristic impedance. The peak value of voltage can be then found by using the formula E peak is equal to square root of ERMS. Next, let us see the previous year's questions. First question. This question was asked in June 2014. Ferrite devices. It is related to circulators. Then dominant mode. It is related to waveguide. Next, reflection coefficient. We know that the value of reflection coefficient should be less than 1, that is between 0 and 1. So less than 1. Voltage standing wave ratio, its value should be greater than 1, that is 1 to infinity. Hence option D is correct. Next question. This question was asked in June 2015. It is assertion and reason type. Assertion. The standing wave ratio is a measure of mismatch between the load and the line. Reason. If the load is purely reactive, then the standing wave ratio value is unity. We know that standing wave ratio is a measure of mismatch between the load and transmission line impedance. So assertion is true. But if you see the reason, if the load is purely reactive, then the value of standing wave ratio should be infinity. So it is wrong. Hence reason is false. Next question. This question was asked in December 2015. Read the following statements. The standing wave ratio is a measure of mismatch between the load and the line. If the load is purely reactive, the value of standing wave ratio will be unity. If the load is perfectly matched, the value of standing wave ratio is equal to infinity. Higher the standing wave ratio, greater is the mismatch between the load and the line. Which of the above are correct? We know that the first statement is correct because standing wave ratio is the measure of mismatch between the load and the line. And if you see the second statement, they have given that if the load is purely reactive, the value of standing wave ratio is unity. It is wrong because if the load is reactive, the value of standing wave ratio should be infinity. And if you see the third statement, if the load is perfectly matched, the standing wave ratio is equal to infinity. It is also wrong because if the load is perfectly matched, the standing wave ratio should be unity. And fourth statement, higher the standing wave ratio, greater is the mismatch between the load and the line. So this statement is also correct. So option D is correct. Next question. This question was asked in December 2015. It is match the following type. First, voltage standing wave ratio. We know that it should be greater than or equal to 1. Next, reflection coefficient. Its value should be less than 1. Next, magnetic flux density. The unit of magnetic flux density is Weber per meter. Next, magnetic field intensity. The unit of magnetic field intensity is ampere per meter. Hence, option B is correct. Next question. This question was also asked in December 2015. For obtaining the voltage standing wave ratio, the following statements have been given. If voltage standing wave ratio is equal to infinity, there is a perfect mismatch. If reflection coefficient is equal to 0, there is a perfect mismatch. Out of these two statements, first statement is correct, but the second statement is wrong because if the reflection coefficient is 0, then there is a perfect match between the impedance of load and transmission line. Next, third statement, the distance between successive maxima and minima is equal to lambda by 4. Fourth statement, the distance between successive maxima and minima is equal to lambda by 2. If you see these two statements, here the distance between successive maxima and minima is equal to lambda by 4 is the correct one. So option B is correct. Next question. This question was asked in July 2016. For transmission lines, the following statements are given. For open circuited transmission line, voltage standing wave ratio is infinity. For short circuited transmission line, voltage standing wave ratio is 0. For short circuited transmission line, voltage standing wave ratio is infinity. The cutoff frequency for a TEM wave is 0 Hz. Which of the above are correct? We know that for open circuited or short circuited transmission line or a transmission line terminated by a purely reactive load, the value of standing wave ratio is infinity. So statement 2 is wrong. Then if you see the fourth statement, cutoff frequency for a transverse electromagnetic wave is 0 Hz. This is also wrong. So option B is correct. Next question. This question was asked in December 2019. Standing wave envelope for reflected wave is equal to half the incident wave amplitude. That is ER is equal to 0.5 EI. The voltage standing wave ratio of the wave shall be option A 1 by 3, option B 2, option C 3, option D 1 by 2. Here ER is the magnitude of voltage of reflected wave and EI is the voltage of incident wave. Reflection coefficient is nothing but ER divided by EI. That is, reflected voltage divided by incident voltage, which is equal to 0.5. We know the formula for voltage standing wave ratio as 1 plus gamma divided by 1 minus gamma. Substituting the value of gamma as 0.5, 1 plus 0.5 divided by 1 minus 0.5, which is equal to 1.5 divided by 0.5, which is equal to 3. So voltage standing wave ratio is equal to 3. So option C is correct. Thanks for watching the video. For more videos, don't forget to subscribe our channel.